So what's up, everyone? It is your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace. We got another Complexion Corner girl. So y'all know I tried out a few face palettes, and there was a couple of setting powders I tried out, and I want to go over the setting powders again because I had a couple of changes in my mind concerning them. So I figured we'd talk about them. I feel like I didn't review any of this stuff before. I'm hoping I didn't do it in the last Complexion Corner. I feel like I didn't because they had came out recently and I didn't want to wait, so I just waited till I tried the rest of the things and brought all of them together. I still have a couple of primers I need to do, and I think I have a couple of bronzers, like 1 or 2 bronzers, so you might see one more Complexion Corner this year. I feel like they've calmed down and launching Complexion because I figure we won't see much more, so it should only be hopefully one more. We'll see how that goes though. So I'm gonna start off with primers. So I have the Milk Makeup, what is it, Polar Eclipse Mattifying Primer. So when I tried this initially, I had told you I still didn't have any thoughts and I didn't see a huge difference in it. But then I tried it one day and I had forgot to put setting spray on my face, and it held my face pretty well matte in the areas I'm normally oily, which is like in here and in the top part of my T-zone. Nothing ever helps with my nose, so it didn't help there, but it helped everywhere else. And considering I wore a mask, I felt like my makeup looked excellent considering I hadn't sprayed any setting spray on my face other than when I pressed in my powder. I didn't do my finishing setting spray to help my makeup last. So I think this is an excellent primer. I know in the past I said I still wasn't sure, but it's an excellent primer now for sure for me, and I'm here for it. And I'm so glad I have it. I'm actually thinking about getting a bigger one during the sale, but since I have so many primers, I need to be realistic with myself and not be trying to buy it just because it did that for me, because I have other primers that do that for me as well, and I just need to, you know, use those. So that's a cute little sample I'll keep in my arsenal, but I probably won't buy another one until the spring sale comes or when I really need it. Next, I have the Peace Out Instant Pore Perfector with hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, and mushroom extract. I got this over the Cali Ray one originally when it first came out because it was a little bit cheaper. Plus, it was the newest one of the two. I did do a video on the Cali Ray recently. You all actually saw it today in my Fenty Beauty holiday collection video. But I really like this primer. I've used like half of it up already. I can see in the container it's like right here, which is half of the container, so that shows you how much I really like it. It's a little bit thicker than the Cali Ray one. I like the formula of the Cali Ray a little bit better, but they both do a good job of smoothing and out the pores and making the foundation go on seamlessly, so I like them for that. Now with oil control, it's not that great, but again, it did promise to do that. It promised to smooth out pores, so what I try to do is put it in here where it smooths out pores and then use mattifying primers on the rest of my face, just because my pores are huge within here. I learned that trick from Stephanie or Babs Beauty here on YouTube. That's what she does, and she has the same issue I have, like really oily skin and like big pores and texture. So I definitely do that trick, and shout out to her. But I really like this product. Plus it's supposed to help your skin if I remember correctly. So that's another benefit of it. I'm loving these things that have skincare ingredients in them to help out because, you know, I got skin issues. If you all don't know, I have a lot of acne going on. I have dark spots. I have hyperpigmentation. And I love makeup products that help my skin along with those things. Y'all, my battery about to die. I'll be doing this every time when I be trying to talk about something. So let me go get another one. Then we'll get into some foundations and concealers and powders, and then we will be done. So it'll probably be in like another probably 10-15 minutes. So like I was saying, now let's get into some foundation. So I'm gonna start off with the Patrick Ta Cream Foundation and Finishing Powder Duo. I have the shade Tan 3. Y'all remember when I first bought it, I think I bought Deep 2 and it was much darker than it should have been on me. I mean, I played it off really well with the concealer I had because I think I used the Charlotte Tilbury concealer and I had a shade that was much lighter than I expected it to be. So I made it work, but you could tell like it wasn't necessarily a perfect match for me. So when you all told me you had got Tan 3, so I exchanged the one I had for Tan 3. That's a 4, and I must say I've really been enjoying it. Like I had it on in the video when I did the Patrick Ta blush. You all should see that, I believe, Monday, because you're gonna see the Charlotte Tilbury one that's actually on my face now, Sunday. But I really like this foundation. My only thing with this is you need to make sure you use a mattifying primer if you have my skin type, because otherwise you're gonna look oily and crazy. So what I like to do is that Polar Eclipse one from Milk I just talked about, I make sure I put that primer on. I don't try to worry about the pores necessarily too much then, because I know this is super shiny and oily. So I just bite the bullet and just use the Pore Eclipse and call it a day. And I might use my niacinamide skincare to try to smooth it out before I put on that, just to make sure this product stays down, because it's quite oily. And even people with dry skin, like my girl Karen Harris, she has dry skin, and she's talking about how sometimes this makes her skin look oily and crazy. So if it makes her look oily and crazy, she has dry skin, imagine how it looks on somebody my skin type. So that's just what you need to do. Make sure you find you a good mattifying primer to use. My only downside to this is I feel like it's not going to last that long because of the amount that's in here and the fact that he put a powder in here. I'd rather he gave us like a separate component for powder, but y'all know he loves to do his 2-packs when it comes to stuff. He started doing the blushes in 2-packs, he's doing his highlighters in 2-packs, so he's just a 2-pack kind of guy, which is fine. But you know, since I really like the product, I don't like the fact that I'm not getting that much, because if I use this every day, I feel like in like a month, maybe 2 months, it would be gone completely, because you hardly get any product in here. Let me see, the cream is 0.42 ounces, and you know you used to have a 1 ounce of foundation, sorry, one fluid ounce of foundation, and this is like half of that or less than half of that. So I'm not a fan of that part. The powder was okay. I wasn't crazy about the powder. I was more about the foundation. I know it's supposed to be a finishing powder. I usually just set it underneath my eyes after I put my concealer on. That's what I was using it for. I wasn't using it as a finishing powder all over the face, because I feel like he was trying to do the Charlotte Tilbury thing with that as far as setting it all over the face. I remember, again, Stephanie OPV Beauty here on YouTube talking about she used it to set places with concealer on her face. I tried it that way too. I wasn't crazy about it that way, so I usually just, well, sometimes I will do it to set the concealer underneath my eyes, but majority of the time I just don't really use this powder. I'd rather use other powders in my collection, so that's what I do. So I wish this was just a individual cream foundation like Tom Ford did with his, and then you can buy the powder separately if you like, because I'm not necessarily in love with the powder. It's just matched me, but you know, it's in there, so it's gonna get used eventually, I guess. It's just gonna take longer to use the powder than it is for the foundation for me. Next, I have the Haus Labs, what is this called? Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. I wear the shade 470 Medium Deep Cool. I guessed my shade online. I went in the store and swatched it on my hand, and it worked perfectly. So I'd like to think I'm pretty good at shade matching. Every once in a full moon I screw up, like with the Patrick Tie. I definitely screwed up on that, but shout out to whoever told me that we wore tan 3. Appreciate it, girl. I went in and exchanged it and did another video showing y'all how that one worked way better for me. But this foundation I really, really like. Again, this is one you have to use with a mattifying primer. So again, I usually use that, what do you call it? The Polar Eclipse one, or you can just use a mattifying powder to make sure it helps. So it's like you can use the Fenty Beauty setting powder. I wear the shade Nutmeg when it comes to that, so you could put that on top of this if you want to have a more smoothing, blurring primer on, and use this foundation. That's my recommendations for it. But I really like the foundation. I know Karen Harris said she didn't like it. I think she said she had a hard time finding her shade, and she said this is more oily and greasy on her than the Patrick Tie one. So I was like, wow, because I figured this one would be better for dry skin. I don't know, maybe it's better on normal skin. I don't remember if Angie did a video on this or not. I think she did, don't quote me, but I know Karen said she returned hers because it was in her makeup regret video recently she came out with. She did a collab with somebody. I don't remember who it was, but I remember her talking about how she regretted buying this product, and I was like, oh, but Karen, it's wonderful. Why? It looks amazing on the skin and everything. But again, I can counteract the issue that she has with a mattifying primer because I don't have dry skin like she does. So I'm assuming that, along with her not being able to find a perfect shade, was what her issue was. At least that's what I felt like she was saying in the video. But I really like it. I'm glad I have it. I was impressed with it. Of course, y'all know I got the Sephora Best Skin Ever Full Coverage Multi-Use Concealer. I have the shade 44Y. I literally grabbed the last one they had in the store of my skin tone when I went to go get the Haus Labs foundation. That's how I ended up getting this concealer, because they had been out for a little while, and I was like, I don't know, because if you all remember when I wore the foundation, like the undertone was red, and I didn't really like the foundation that much. But now I'm starting to think the foundation is really similar to the, what do you call it? The Haus Labs foundation when it comes to like how you pick the undertone. So I might just need to go pick a cool tone one as opposed to a warm tone one or a neutral tone one, because I think that's what I ended up getting, like a neutral one, and it still pulled like a little reddish, if you will. So I'm thinking about giving it another chance and just getting a different shade to see how it works on me, because I hear lots of people raving about it, and it definitely gives me the vibes of the Haus Labs one. So I might get another one, but I'm loving this concealer. Like, y'all gonna see this in my best of 2020 complexion for sure. Sorry, 2022 complexion for sure, because I'm like, honey, This concealer is definitely giving, and for 15 bucks, it's giving a whole lot. I feel like I like this just as much as I like my Charlotte Tilbury one I have on right now that costs way more than this. So it's like, I think I can get like 2 of these for the price of Charlotte's, because if I remember, Charlotte's is 34 and 2 of these would only be 30, and during the Sephora sale, you can actually get this for 30% off because their collection is going to be on sale. So I would definitely say get this. I know I'm going to stock up on those little sponges that Andrea Renee and again Steph or Babs Beauty here on YouTube was talking about, because she's talking about how nice and soft they were and how they smelled like strawberries. I got them in my cart. I've just been waiting because I knew during the Sephora sale they were going to have a sale, because they gave me the pamphlet in the little bag that's over there from when I did the haul of the Fenty stuff. Plus on the little banner that everybody's been posting on their Instagram talking about the sale, they have said that as well. I'm loving all these sales that's going on. I just need some sales on some hair. So D Hair Boutique, I'm gonna need you to come off that wavy hair and put it on sale so I can buy some. I need a new computer too, and some SD cards. So I'm waiting on all that type of stuff to go on sale so I can, you know, hook up. I might even get a new camera if the price is right, but I definitely know I'm getting me a new computer. I really need one. My storage is lacking and it's a whole hot mess. But back to the makeup, because you don't care about what goes on behind the scenes in order for me to like edit the video. You care about the makeup, and you know that's fine. I don't blame you. I probably wouldn't be that concerned either, as long as the video went up from the person I wanted to see. But no, I have the Bio Blurring Loose Setting Powder from Miss Lady Gaga, or House Labs by Lady Gaga. So I had the shade Golden. There was 5 shades if I remember correctly. I only got the ones put underneath my eyes. Now I kind of want to get one for my face just because I'm really loving the one for underneath my eye. It's absolutely stunning. When I first got this, if y'all remember, I was like, I don't know, I'm not sure. I'll update y'all. I love this stuff. Like with the Sephora concealer and this powder, Chef's Kiss, absolutely wonderful. Again, spoiler alert, you will see this in my best of 2022 complexion video, just because I love this stuff so much. So a few of these things you're seeing now, you're going to see in the best of video when it comes to 2022, because I'm in love with them. I'm obsessed. I absolutely think they are wonderful. Now, these UOMA Beauty, what is this called? Trip and Smooth powder. I have the shade Rich Tan and Honey. I had mixed feelings when I tried these the last time. I put them in the last Complexion Corner. I told you I would update you in another one since I had other stuff to try still and finish trying, and I meant like the House Labs and the Sephora and the Patrick Ta. But these powders worked out really well for me now. When I first tried them, they didn't do so hot, but you know, they ended up working out for me now. I found out what I need to do. I guess I was putting too much on when I was pressing it in. So these powders you have to use with a light hand. You can't just press it in all heavy like, because then it won't give that smooth blurring effect it's supposed to give. And I think that's what my problem was. Plus the concealer I was using, I didn't really like that much. I was trying to try out too many new products at one time. So once I tried it with some of my tried and true, it worked perfectly. It was just that particular concealer that had a problem with me. I never had a problem with the one for my face. I had a problem with the one for underneath the eyes. That's the shade Honey. But once I tried it with my tried and true everyday products that I really like, and that new Sephora concealer, it worked out fine for me. So it was just a concealer that you're going to see in the worst makeup of 2022. I think you saw it in the worst makeup of 2022 so far that I had tried already. So you might see it again just for me to reiterate, not for you to buy, because girl, no. I'm trying to save you, even though J. Cole told me not to. We're not going to listen to him. I'm going to save you anyway. Lastly, I have the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Shaping Stick in the shade Dark. This thing is hard to get your hands on. I heard everybody talking about how Makeup by Mario is always sold out at Sephora. Him and Patrick Ta don't never have anything in. So when this came back in stock, I went ahead and picked it up in store, because I was really going to get it online, and it sold out online, and I had to put it in my in-store cart because people was quick on the draw with it. By the time Friday came and I was going to go order all the stuff, because that's when I was getting paid and I didn't want to rush to order, it was already gone. So I have used this quite a bit. I actually really like it. Mine has a weird shape to it just because of the way I drew it on my face, but I really like this stick a lot. Let me see, how much do you get? I feel like you don't get that much though, because look how much that is. It's not that much considering, you know, how much it costs. But in all fairness, it's not like he's out here charging an arm and a leg for his products. I feel like they're moderately priced. He has quality products that do a good job, and I really like this stick. So this is one of my favorite cream bronzers I've tried this year. It's probably not gonna be in the video though, because it didn't come out this year, and I try to stick to stuff that came out this year. But I did want to mention that I really do like this product, and I am quite impressed with it. I see why it won an award now, because I believe it was this that won the award. It's not the enhancer skin things he came out with this year, but I'm sure they'll win an award next year perhaps, because those are really good products. I actually hit pan on mine because I like it that much, so that should tell you something right there. I wasn't crazy about the powder bronzer finishing powder thing, but the creams, yes, I would definitely use the creams. I will buy more creams when next summer comes, even though I already have cream bronzer because I like it that much. But those are my thoughts on all my Complexion Corner products this go round. I only have 3 or 4 more things, and they're mainly like primer, so I might not even do a video. If I do, it would be more for me to tell you all about the Melt Bronzer, because I've been trying to use that recently. And I didn't bring it with me for this video because I feel like I want to test it out a little bit more, make sure it doesn't look patchy, make sure it looks okay on different creams that I put on my face. So that's why you haven't seen it. Plus I still got to try the Milani contour wand some more and all that, and get my thoughts on that. So I'm hoping I get a couple more complexion things, so it won't just be those. They're like 2 primers, and I feel like that'd be a wasted video. But I do want you to know about the Melt Bronzer, so we'll see what happens with that. But those are my thoughts on all the products I tried recently and updating you on all my complexion things. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.